is this a bit higher than a district because of the level of development?
Yes.
And the population growth.
Yeah.
When they say drip, now, and this is where I will bring in this headline. This headline says, Lante has Akufo-Addo's drip.
Drip is not Akufo-Addo's legacy.
So explain to us, because they said this initiative was actually done in Parliament.
Yeah.
Exactly what was it supposed to be?
Let me go back into history. I know during the time of President Mills, there was an attempt.
Okay.
We didn't finish with it, but it came up during John Mahama's era.
Okay.
You remember, I was lucky. I was Deputy Minister for Local Government that day. And I went with my minister, then Collins Dauda, to the Tema Port to inspect those machines. Okay. And then we immediately started deployment. Just around that time, we had that disaster, if you remember, the June 3rd.
Yes.
Fire and rain disaster.
Yeah.
The machines that were used by engineers and planners to dredge the Odo, clear the debris, you understand, for free. We only bought diesel and oil.
Okay.
And they did that work for free. Were those machines which were brought in by John Dramani Mahama's government for drip?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Today, one of the tasks before me is immediately to ask for investigation into where those machines went.
You're saying that those machines were not...
Yes, we brought the machines in.
Planners.
We brought the machines in 2016.
Okay.
In fact, the process of acquiring the machines was in 2015.
Okay.
We ended up having them in 2016.
Okay.
We deployed them just around June, July.
Okay.
And then went to the regions. They started working the regions.
Okay.
As soon as we lost elections in 2016 and handed over in 2017, those machines are missing.
No, you're talking about the machines that ended up at these assemblies. And
yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They were drip machines.
Okay.
They were brought in specifically for drip.
Oh, it was,
yes.
It was just not called drip at the time.
Yes, we didn't call it drip at the time.
Okay.
You understand? But they were brought in specifically to handle district roads.
I recall this.
To help the district, but then the numbers were said that we built them into a pool.
Okay.
So they were at the regional centers. They were work programs were done for them, and they move in to do those works and then retire to the regional centers.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
They were drip.
Okay.
So if somebody says drip Akufo-Addo's legacy, they don't know, or they don't know what happened. Two, with this particular one, the whole concept and the whole program was brought together by the administrator of the District Assembly's Common Fund.
Okay.
In consultation with us, the Local Government Committee of Parliament, of which I was the ranking member, Emmanuel Kwesi Jefi being the chairman, together with the members of Parliament, because we sent the program to the plenary of Parliament. Parliament discussed it and approved it.
Okay.
Government was owing a lot of arrears on the District Assembly's Common Fund.
Okay.
The releases amounting to almost 3-point-something billion at the time. So we saw that because of the DEP and all those things, government would never pay that money.
Okay.
So we said that, look, MPs were complaining about the state of the roads in their districts and their constituencies. How do we resolve that problem?
Okay.
So then let's force government to use that our money to acquire these machines so that they can go to our constituencies and districts and work for us as we are in Parliament. Because if government will not give us the money direct, then let's buy these machines and government will pay.
Okay.
This is how the machines were acquired. Okay. So the Administration of Common Fund has to take it to the Minister of Local Government. It was a struggle before it was approved at local government, because we all have to go in and convince the minister. Under Damboche, it was having some problems because of the problem between him and then the Common Fund administrator. But Matt Ajemensa Kosa, was quite friendly with the idea. So he accepted it and then moved it to cabinet and got approval.
Okay.
So the whole concept and plan, let me say, I'll give credit to the local government committee, first and foremost the common fund administrator, and the then deputy minister for local government, Collins and team.
Okay.
He worked with us at the committee level to be able to make sure that we activate this and get it done. And I also want to thank and pay my gratitude at that time to the both sides of leadership in parliament.
Okay.
In fact, when we, the local government committee, was laying the report on this issue in parliament, it wasn't easy. My own side were at me because they thought that acquiring the machines at that time was going to give an advantage to the NPP and the government to use it for elections.
And they were right, were they not?
They were right. They were right.
Yeah.
Because if we all respected the principle under which it was bought, they wouldn't have done those things they did, using it for partisan politics.
Okay.
Because these roads, when they are done, will not be to the advantage of only the NDC people. It's for Ghanaians. You understand? Everybody will use that road when it is done and done properly, when it is maintained. So there was no need. You see, what even was annoying is the fact that MP's common fund, has been used to acquire this. And then you have somebody who is not an MP, a parliamentary candidate of the NPP, pasting his poster on the machine to do a road to take advantage against an MP.
Yes.
That was how bad it was.
Yeah.
And the resistance we put up was right. Myself, I was involved in about 3 different scaffolds on that.
Okay.
I remember in the western region somewhere, I stopped the grader and ripped off the poster on the grader because that person was not an MP. So what right has he got to put his poster on there? And the machines were state machines. So an individual, a politician, has no right to put his poster on the machine. 2, one of the things I'm going to do immediately to be able to get assemblies, the coordinating directors, to give a report on how the monies that were advanced to all the district assemblies for the usage of the machines for that period in December were utilized.
Okay.
They have to report how they used those monies.
Explain how the
monies were used. Were they used for the right purpose? Were they used to do what they were supposed to do? And what has been the benefits? We should be able to measure the benefits. In fact, before I want to really take up this, I want to make sure that the stables are clean.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want to inherit somebody's, excuse my language, foolishness.
So you first want to an account of exactly what you have.
First, an account on the machines that were brought in by the John Dramani Mahama government in 2016, which were handed over to the NPP in 2017.
So what they inherited?
Yes.
What happened to them?
Yes.
Where are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Then secondly, I want to have an auction of all these machines as of today. I've started already. I've been to Bono, I've been to Ahafo.
Okay.
And I'm having wonderful cooperation from JA Plant Pool and Zoom Lion on this. We're working together to make sure. I've had the let me say, the list. And I want to go around the country and mark them myself and be sure that all these machines have their batteries on, all these machines are in good condition, before they start working.
So you go around the country to inspect the machines?
Yes. Because if I'm taking over something, I must be sure what I'm taking over. I'm not the sort of person who will just go into an office and just sit there and start working. No, because tomorrow, one day, I will give account. You understand?
Okay.
If President Mama should call me, what is the situation on drip? I should be able to give him some good answers.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And people have known me for one thing, that I want to be accountable.
Okay.
And that's what I want to do. Look, I want a situation whereby I can justify any decision I take.
Okay.
First, there were machines. Where are they?
Okay.
Secondly, these new machines, are they all in order?
Okay.
Thirdly, monies were given out for some work to be done with these machines.
Okay. You want the
I want to see what
work? Okay.
Yes, I want to be sure that those works were done, and they were done according to specification and according to the monies that were released. If all the monies were not used, Where is the balance?
Okay.
You understand? I want to know all these things.
I see. That audit alone, how long do you anticipate it to take?
Oh, just about 2-3 weeks or so. I know how to be able to go around Ghana without difficulty. I've done that work several times.
Because I'm wondering, from 2016, machines are handed over. Who would you be directing those questions to?
The assemblies, the district coordinating directors. Okay. They took over.
Okay.
Those machines.
I see.
And if there is any former chief executive who was involved in anything with the machines and have questions to answer, if that man goes back into the mother's womb, I'll pluck him out.
I see.
Yes, to answer those questions.
So you'll be asking those who, okay, the civil servants who never leave post.
Yes, first.
What happened?
Yes, yes. And if they point any finger to any politician, that politician will have a case to answer. Lante is not somebody who will just allow you to go away with it. You answer questions.
I see. So that's the starting point for you.
Yes.
Before you come to the machines that you procured most recently.
Yes.
As far as you know, did every constituency have one?
Every district.
Every district was supposed to have one.
Yes. They have minimum of 7.
A district has minimum of 7?
Yes. Different machines.
7 different machines for every district?
Yes.
Give us an idea what these machines were.
We have tipper trucks.
Okay.
Back rollers.
Okay.
Graders.
Okay.
Concrete mixers.
So a retinue of machines that can be used for road construction.
Yes, yes.
So it was not only about machines that they use for shaping of roads.
No.
You can actually do.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We can do culverts.
Okay.
Drains.
Okay.
Because if you're going to shape a road, for example, let me give one example. I went to a district capital like what do you call the place? Adabokrom in Bia.
Okay.
A whole district capital.
Okay.
It hasn't got 1/3 road. Such a
district capital that has
no 1/3 road.
District capital.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm being serious.
Seriously?
Yes.
No third road?
No.
Through the capital?
Yes.
Or out of the capital?
Through the capital.
Wow.
Yeah. So such a district, I think it would be appropriate that we look at even going beyond just maintaining the road.
Okay.
Is it possible to be able to just even do bitumen surface?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Give them some little drains into the district capital. Okay. So all these will be looked at within the framework of DRIP.
Okay.
If it's possible, it has to be done.
Okay.
So that they will also appreciate government.
Okay.
That is not the only place. So many districts in the northern part of the country and northeast, Yoyo, even Brumpugu, and such other places. Okay. You see, DRIP is going to give some relief to our members of parliament, because this has been one of the most serious headaches when they sit in the house. Issue of roads to their rural areas, roads to where the goods and the let me say all these cocoa, gold, oil and the rest are coming from.
Okay.
I had opportunity to travel on a campaign to the western region, in the Ahanta West.
Okay.
Yes, where my sister Kukwa Bisio is a member of parliament now. We traveled almost 2 hours in the morning, and the road was terrible. That was when I saw the drip machine working, and an NPP candidate has his poster on it.
Okay.
Yes. You know, because of these drip machines, one of our comrades from Ewutu Senya went to jail.
Really?
Yes.
What did he do?
There was an argument, a fight. They were not happy with the fact that the NPP candidate, Eugene Ahen, had pasted his posters on the machines. So they went into confrontation to remove the posters. And they were charged. It also happened in the northern region.
Okay.
No, I think Savannah region, in the Zuweres constituency. It happened in so many other places in the country because Ghanaians were not happy with the fact that these things were being used for politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were a lot of confrontation. I think Shai Osudoku, the same. There was a problem there. So these machines are so important to the life of the people. In fact, I've had calls from chiefs, opinion leaders, constituency executives, regional executives on how they want us to work together to make this program very impacting and impactful.
Okay. So now, and that's the interesting part, because you were just talking about a district capital that does not have a single tarred road. Your rounds during the campaign perhaps will give you a clear idea of how big a work you have.
I think that's why President Mahama decided that I'm one of the best people to go there, because I was with him throughout the country.
How huge is the task?
It's huge. I know we've had problems with roads, but Sena, when you see the problems with our roads in Accra, maybe Kumasi and the rest, and you complain about potholes, I'll say you count yourself blessed to go through some parts of the country where the roads are just not much trouble. Apart from motorbikes, no car can really, and if a car will even ply that road, it will be at a cost. So at the end of the day, we're looking at DRIP benefiting the people in the districts, in the rural areas, in a very, very, let me say, renounced and also obvious manner. Let me say this. If you travel on a road and you saw that this road, something could be done, but it's not been done, it makes me more angry. If there was no road at all, it's a different thing. But if there was a road and the road had been neglected for a long time, it makes it even bad and worse for people. So that feeling is there. 2, look at the cost for our women, our fathers, our farmers to transport goods, services, food, crops from one point to the other. If, for example, you cut your plantain and you're moving from the farm gate to the district capital, to market center on a market day, and you don't get a car and you use aboboya, maybe to transport it about 4 times, the cost will be put on the cost on the price that you put on the plantain. And that will be transferred to the person who is buying it at the market center, and that person is going to transport it from the market center to Kumasi or Accra. So by the time the plantain gets to Accra, the cost of that plantain will have been higher than it would have been if the roads were good, and it would have been easier for the cars to move there and get the plantains at the farm gate. You understand? So at the end of the day, we should be able to measure how DRIP has contributed to bringing down the cost of foodstuffs. How DRIP has made it possible for our poor farmers to have easy access to market.
So you will be interested in impact?
Yes.
The impact DRIP based.
At the end of it, I should be able to measure. I should be able to quantify the benefit of DRIP to the districts and to the people who live within those districts. For example, I gave this example and somebody was just dishing me on social media. Sarah, there have been so many cases of women having difficulty with labor and how they will be transported to even the nearest chief's compound to access medical health because the roads are bad. What benefit will it be for us to be able to put that road in shape, so that it will be easier for that woman to be transported to that medical center. I think that we have to measure the effect of DRIP on the life of the people in those districts. 2, wouldn't it make it easier for school children to be able to move? Recently we saw a video where school children have to cross a river almost every day.
Yes.
I live here. People were talking about it being in a rural area, but just here, Tetegu, our sister Obobia had to go and construct a bridge to be able to enable children to be crossing to school from one place of residence to another town where they have access to education. Just in Accra.
Yes.
Tetegu here.
I recall vividly.
You remember 3 years ago, about 4 children died as a result of that. So, assuming DRIP is able to do the road, that makes it easier for these children to access education, access school, without crossing the river. DRIP will have achieved something for these people. So, DRIP is not just a matter of having machines that go there to do. DRIP must impact on the life of the districts and the people who live within these districts. And that is what I want. I want, at the end of the day, to be able to measure what benefits has the program brought to the people who live within the areas where these machines have worked.
I want to ask you a question, but before that, let me just remind our listeners that if you are looking for electronic appliances, find the nearest Hisense showroom. Go there. Everything you need in terms of electronic appliances, from televisions, refrigerators, chest freezers, and air conditioners, to washing machines, smartphones, sound system, water dispenser, microwaves. What do you want? Just walk into the nearest Hisense showroom. They'll give you up to 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. That's how much trust, faith they have in the product they sell there. You can find them around Ghana. You can find them around Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, Takwa, Mankesim, Obuasi, Sunyani, Techiman, Tamale, Hokwe, Koforida to purchase any Hisense products at the best price on the market. Don't forget, they are best for quality, best for durability, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability, best for style, and best for technology. For further inquiries, call Hisense on 0302 55 0000. Visit our website hisense.com.gh. Also, don't forget to follow Hisense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Hisense has everyday prices for the everyday person. I realized that you were reporting to the Roads Minister.
Yeah.
So you are operating under the Roads or the Common Fund?
The DRIP is under the Office of the President.
Okay.
But we have oversight responsibility from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development.
Ministry of Local Government
Yes.
and Rural Development.
Yes.
Fantastic. And I think the man at the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, somebody you know very well.
Oh, my friend, my brother.
Okay.
We've worked together for long, and we were in the local government committee. He was one of the champions of DRIP. So when the announcement was made and I went to his office to inform him, he said, you understand? Because we are like brothers. We share a lot of things, and the two of us have a common objective. He's somebody who I appreciate a lot, God-fearing, very humble, hardworking, and down to earth. And we have almost the same features and the same characteristics and the same attitudes and behavioral patterns. Maybe there are a few things that I do that he wouldn't do because he's an elder of the Pentecost Church. But Ahmed Ibrahim is a wonderful guy.
Yes.
And I'm happy I'm going to work with him. Maybe our path will cross with Ministry of Roads and Highways. Because some districts are also, you can also classify them as urban centers.